to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders. And it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
Well, this formation was traditionally considered a bit defensive, but now very much back in vogue due to some pretty well-known proponents, Jim.
Yeah, the 3-5-2 has been used by some of the biggest and most successful teams around, Peter. You know, one of its key strengths is the fact that it's well-suited to playing out from the back. And I think you'd have to have a look at the wing-backs in that manner, because they can get forward with ease. And you can create overloads because you're not going to get teams pressing defenders in 3s and 4s. So if you've got centre-backs too that are capable on the ball, this system is a great fit.
There's the whistle. And here's Haaland.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Haaland. And it's Memphis Depay. And here's Haaland. Dani Olmo. And Yamal. Camavinga. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kökçü.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yamal. Hangs in a cross.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Opts for safety. Knocks it into space. And he's picked it up out wide. And now they can spring out of defence. He's got away. Oh, sweet feet. Shot, surely! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Haaland demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Haaland. And this is Ronaldinho. He's picked his way through. Chance to deliver. There's the header! And there's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Gerrard charging forward, the ball at his feet. He has found the way through. That has been slung wide. And this is Gerrard. And it's Zanetti. And a chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are purring, truly purring.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Pass is just off target. Adams. Inter Milan have scored 2 quick goals here. Now it's Haaland. And this is Ronaldinho. Haaland. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Haaland. And he's lost his man here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Kubasi. And Rafinha. 15 minutes till half-time. Kirkchu. Taken off it pretty forcefully. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's in a great position here. Now it's Rafinha. Ronaldinho. Now, can they get him away? Dani Olmo. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Haaland. Inter Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Camavinga. Haaland. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's loose. Decent chance! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Inter certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, that's a fine interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold receives it in a good position here. And it's Memphis Depay. Great ball if he can get there. Camavinga. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Camavinga. Ronaldinho. Tries to play it through. Looking for options for movement. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And That takes him up to 30. 30 goals for this side. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that signals the end of the first period. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Inter Milan are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable. So right back into the action. Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. Foot in. Zanetti. Gerrard. Yamal. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now there's a fine ball. Corner then. They've played it short, and it's made its way to him. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Kupchu. Gerrard. Now it's Yamal. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Fabian Ruiz. Van Dijk. Haaland being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Rafinha. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Memphis Depay. Can he get on the end of this? And the shot's on here. Goes for a shot! And it's in! And he is just ripping it up!
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Madrid choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Inter Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And here's Yamal. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Haaland. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Yamal. He's had it taken off him. Fabian Ruiz. Valverde. He's a sharp little ball here. Rafinha is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is Depay. Shoots! And that's a sharp finish. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Van Dijk. Gerrard, never out of the action for very long. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. He's rising! And he's hit it too high.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Sostituzione per l'Inter, numero 7.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Berbatov to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Well, it just petered out, no penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply...
And the finish! Vardiol. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Rafinha. Now who's going to be first to this? Vardiol has it out wide and in space. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Haaland. Now it's Gerrard. Played out towards the right wing. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And they win it back again. Haaland is onto this. Oh, there's a probing ball. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, that's well spotted. Turns back here, probably the best option. Now it's Yamal. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Van Dijk. Vardiol. Valverde. And Vardiol. And it's Van Dijk. Kubasi. Alexander-Arnold. Mignanda. And here's Yamal. Yamal.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Yamal. And the number on the board is 3. Oh, well measured. Zanetti. Oh, that's fabulous. Van Dijk. And Vardiol. Mignanda. Fabian Ruiz. And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Haaland, totally unstoppable today. Everything he touched turned to goals. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think we just saw a team...